we want to find the distance of this shape. You see, this is a very nice, beautiful shape here, not drawn to scale, and then as well as the area of the shape, excluding this guy that is inside it. Now, if you are someone who struggle to solve questions like this video is for you. I will advise you to stay to the end of the video to see every step in order to solve a very complicated, somehow complicated question so like this. Now, without wasting time, let's read the full question. You can always go back to read the question anytime you don't have something clear, or you may comment in this comment section below along. Now, talking about this distance here, this guy here, you have to understand what exactly it means before you can solve this question. Now, the distance here is always from usually any shape that you have here, you have been asked to find the distance. Your first thing is to make sure that you identify the shape, the basic shapes that are within what the entire field or the entire diagram that you have been given. Now, the distance here talks about everything around this shape here, right? Everything, almost everything around the entire shape. Now, since this is a combination of the shapes, you should be able to identify the shapes that are involved. Now, from here we can see that the distance here, so I can easily see this is a very straight line here, right? So this is a very straight line, so the distance here is going to be from P. We are using the letters to identify that P to Q, this distance here, plus what about the guy at the down here, plus what, S to R. Is that okay? So we've covered the top and the down, right? So top and the down, so we are left with this side here, and then as well as what, this side. You see how easy it is if you're able to understand the concept behind what exactly you are doing. So here we are going to call this one a semicircle, right? So this guy here looks like, mine is not drawn to scale, so you can go back and check the exact kind one. So this is drawn to a scale like a semicircle. So this is the addition plus 2 to, let's say 2 or 4, or maybe let's say 2 multiplied by a semicircle. Is that okay? So something like this, semicircle, right? So 2, why 2 because I have one semicircle here and then I have another semicircle. Is that okay? So that is exactly what you call the distance around this particular shape. So, or maybe someone can go for using the letters here. That is going to be Q U R, and then plus or P T S is also accepted. All that matters here is that you should know exactly what you are doing. So, what is the distance here from P to Q? P to Q here is 112 meters. And then plus for sure this and the top here, you see this looks like a rectangular shape, right? So this dimension is the same as the dimensions of this guy here, so that's going to be plus 112 again. Do you agree? So from here it's also be 112, right, based on this dimension. Is that okay? Okay, fine. And then here we have 2. So let's break this guy down. So you need to know, this is where the definition comes in. So you need to understand or know the meaning of this particular guy, which is what, a semicircle. So what is the formula for finding the length of what, we are talking about the length, right? So that's the distance here, the length of a semicircle, and that is going to be half of what, half of, this is the formula, right? So this is the form plus, this is going to be one of them. So maybe I can bring the 2 here, and then before I bring out half, because half of par what, par of the diameter. So this formula is something that you must know, right? So this is so for a semicircle. Is that okay? Half of what, 1 on 2 pi what, the diameter. So the diameter of a semicircle. And this is something that you should know. So if you have something, this is a circle, so dividing this one into 2 here, so that one gives me the semicircle. Is that okay? So the distance of this semicircle, that is 1 on 2 per the diameter. So this is the diameter from this point to this point here, so the diameter. So pi was given to the question by saying that's 22 on 7, right? So that is what we are calling the pi. That would be very easy if you're able to know exactly what you are doing. So let's focus on this part first. So solving this part here. So let's focus on this part, or for sure let's focus on the one that is inside this bracket here. So solving this one here, this guy here, that's going to be this guy, the one in the bracket, right? So that's going to be 1 on 2 multiplied by 22 on 7, and then multiply by the d. Where is the d coming from? So our d here is going to be this dimension here. Look at something. So you have to make sure that one thing about this type of questions, you have to make sure that you make use of every figure that they have been given to you, right? So every dimension that they have been given to you, you have to make sure that you make a good use of it. That is very, very important. So this is going to be our dimension Q to R, right? So from here to here, which is 56 meters. So we are going to multiply this one by 56 meters. So what is the values of this thing? So upon the calculation, what I'm having is 8888 meters. Is that okay? So this 88 meters is just for this part, this dimension, this dimension from here, right? So the length of the semicircle. Okay, so this is just for one. So how many are we having here? We are having 2. So from here to this side is 2. So that is why we multiply this by 2. Or in a very simple way, you can write this on that to be 112 meters plus 112 meters plus, just for simplicity. So the length of this semicircle here, which I have to be 88 meters plus another 8 meters, right? So this is for the first one, and then this is for the second one. If you are new here and then you are enjoying this video, why don't you subscribe to our channel? Help us to reach 1k, right? So it's very, very important. So if you're able to reach that point, you donate or solve any question about upon request, right? So make sure that you help us subscribe to the channel if you are new here. If you're already here, just give us a thumbs up, and then comment down below. It's very, very important. Comment down below if you have any special question, how this thing is helping you. If it doesn't help you, to make sure that you comment so that you bring what exactly you need on this channel. Okay, so what will be the values of all these things? So with the summations of all these things, you should have somewhere 400 meters, right? So this 400 meters here is exactly what you have been asked to solve as well, the dimensions of the dimension of this shape, right? So you should have a clear note or clear solution down, so from step by step, systematically. That is very, very important in mathematics. So this is the values of the distance of the shape here. Now let's focus on the second part of the question that says you should find the area excluding the point. So the point here is the guy within here, right? So the point. So we are going to find the area of this shape without this point inside. Before you begin to tackle this part of the question that says that you should find the area excluding the point here, now look at this very simple scenario. If I have a bucket or maybe a basket, right? So this is my very beautiful basket, right? So if you have a basket here and I purchase a fruit, right? So if you have a fruit, let's say this is watermelon, right? So this is a very beautiful watermelon, and I place this watermelon inside the bucket here or the basket here. So okay, the volume, the amount of quantity this basket can take will reduce since I've already purchased something or dropped something inside the basket here. Do you agree? Is that okay? So that is very, very simple. So talking about the size, the amount of volume or the things that can be contained in this packet here will reduce since there's already one here. So if you want to find the area of this basket here, we have to take this guy out since this guy is already within. Are you getting the point? Because this guy has to be out in order to know the amount of space that remains. Right, so that bringing that idea here, it means that if you want to find the area of this particular shape here, excluding the point here, you have to know the area of the entire shape first, and then you take this one out. Right, so says bring that here, it says that this is a 50 whatever the dimension may be. So that is for the basket, right? So and this one weighs something like, let's say this one weighs something like 10. So talking about the area, the remaining area excluding this watermelon here, you have to subtract this one from the, that is 50 minus 10, which is going to be equal to 40. That is exactly what remains for this bracket. So this is a very simple scenario in order for us to solve this particular problem, right? So here all that we are going to do here is to make sure that you identify the areas or the shapes that are involved, and then you subtract this one out of that. So the areas that or the shapes that I can see here is the first one, the area of a rectangle, right? So you have the area of the rectangle here. Is that the rectangle plus the area, right? So the area of the two semicircles, the area of the two semi, don't write these two, so make sure that you use this. Is that okay? Two semicircle or circles. Then minus is very important. So minus the area of the point here, right? So the area of the point. So of the point. This is what we are going to use in solving this problem. Very simple, right? So very simple. So you just need to understand that the area of the rectangle, you should know the area, how to find the area of a rectangle, and then two, and then you know how to find the area of a semicircle, and then you tackle that one of what? The point. So we're back in, let's tackle everything here one by one. Talking about the area of a rectangle, this is way back in grade 2, 3, and so on and so forth. So let me hear from you in the comment section. Which grade, at which level do you know the area of a rectangle? So that is length times breadth, right? So length times breadth, right? So the length of this shape here is 112 and then meters, and then multiply by the 56. So what will be the value here? So let me hear your value of this in the comment section along. So coming to this part here, so the area of the semicircle. So the area of one semicircle, you should be able to know that before you multiply that by 2, or you add what? The two values. So what is the area of a semicircle? That is 1 on 2 r square, right? So because this is the area of a circle, so the area of a circle, that is just pi r square, right? So half of that will give us what? Half of what? Oh, that's going to be the semicircle. That's going to be 1 on 2 pi is equal to 2 on 7, and then multiply by the r. This is where the 3 comes in. So you should know that this is the diameter. So when I have the diameter, so finding the radius out of the diameter, that's going to be diameter divided by 2, right? So if you don't know the diameter, I've already explained that. So if you have a circle from here to here, is the diameter from end to end, right? So end to end is the diameter. So talking about the radius starts from the center. So it means that you have to divide the diameter into 2 to have what? Your radius, which means that 56 divided by 2. What will be the values of that? Okay, so here we have 28 meters. Right, so if you have 28 meters also, you are going to multiply this 28 square. Remember, that is what the definitions of a semicircle is saying, right? Okay, perfect. What will be the values of this is very simple if you understand exactly what you are doing. Now here is we are going to do, this is plus, right? So plus the entire shape here, that is the rectangle and the two semicircle. Now we are going to take out this area of the point. So which shapes does this point looks like? That is very tricky. So it's very simple if you know your shape. So that this is just going to be what? A circle, right? So minus what? The area of what? This circle. So finding the area of a circle, what is the area of a circle? We've already said that that is just going to be pi r squared, right? So which is going to be 22 on 7, and then multiply by the radius, which is 28 squared, right? So now let's gather all the numbers here. So at this point, I think we are almost done. So by the way, if you are new on this channel, once again, make sure that you gain value from this video. Make sure that you subscribe to our channel for more lessons like this. Now let me hear from you the value, the answer to this area of the shapes here, excluding the point. So let me hear from you in the comment section. Make sure that you give us your value. Maybe yours will be different from another person's, so that we can conclude the fees or the last decades of this question here. So thank you for watching this video.